Hello, Cassie. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast. If you could please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi Claire, thanks for having me. Yeah, my name's Cassie. I'm from Ontario, Canada. I have two little boys that I'm raising right now, being very busy with both of them.
I
And
bet,
yeah,
yeah.
that pretty much just in my motherhood era right now.
Yeah. How old are they? So you've obviously got a little one that we're here to talk about.
Yes. Yeah, we're here to talk about the little one. And I also like to talk about the older one too. They're both pretty empowering birth stories, I think. My older one, he'll be 3 next week, and my other one is almost 6 months. So they're 2.5 years apart.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've got a similar gap between mine. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
hectic, isn't it? But
It was hectic at first, but
nice.
we found a groove. We're 6 months or so in now. We found a
Yeah.
groove, so now we're just riding with it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I think it kind of works quite nicely. Like mine. Like at the weekend, they sort of just like go off and play now on their own, like together, because they're similar age. So it's quite nice. Sort of, I sit down, I'm like,
So
oh,
fun.
I can read a book. I mean, what is this? I mean, they are older. They're older than
Yeah.
yours, but
Yeah.
yeah, it works quite nicely, I think. So yeah, it's quite nice. Okay, so what was it that got you into hypnobirthing then in the first place? Did you do hypnobirthing with both of them?
I did. Yes, I
Yeah.
did. So, yeah, a friend of mine, we were pregnant at the same time, and we're past the 20-week mark. So we're like, okay, we got to start thinking about like getting this baby out.
Yeah.
So she actually introduced it to me, and I thought, what, like hypnobirthing? Like, what a weird sounding thing. But
Yeah.
the concept itself really resonated with me, like the breathing and relaxation techniques, the affirmations, the being informed about birth, being the advocate, those types of things. I thought, okay, I could get on with this hypnobirthing thing. So I, aside from hypnobirthing, I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I naturally typed hypnobirthing into Spotify and boom, I found your podcast. So
Yeah.
then, yeah, so then soon after, like you promote your course a lot. So then I took a course
Oh,
and
did
then
you?
I
Oh,
did, yeah. So it's cool
great.
talking to you because I've listened to you a lot and
Yeah.
now I'm actually
Yeah.
conversing with you.
Nice.
But and then at that time, I pretty much just like lived and breathed hypnobirthing. Like I just fell in love with birth and birth stories and just talking about birth. And I was actually getting to the point where I was looking forward to giving birth, like
Yes.
to see like what how it would unravel for me. So yeah, I give hypnobirthing a lot of credit for my confidence and calmness, I guess, going into birth. And now looking back at the positive birth stories I have. So I'm super like
Yeah.
thrilled and pumped to contribute to your library of birth stories because
Oh, so nice.
it really made a difference for me. So I'm like, what you're doing here, Claire, is really cool. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And thanks for coming back like and sharing because really does make such a difference. And the podcast has kind of turned into or evolved, I suppose, into being a lot of birth stories because at
Mhm.
first it was more like the information side. And now I think, yeah, a lot of it is the birth stories because I know that's what people find so useful. And obviously the information's there as well and useful for people. But
Mhm.
we need the positive stories because there are
For
just
sure.
so many horrible ones. So,
Yeah.
having a place where you can hear all different types and they're all different, which is the reality of birth, that it is all
Yeah.
just so different. So, thank you for contributing back to that because it really does make such a difference to people. So, tell us how the births went. What were your plans for the
Sure.
births? How did they end up going?
Sure. Okay. So both for my first one, I was thinking home birth, but I was kind of torn between the home and hospital. Like it was my first time, and of course, a little apprehensive about birth, no matter how
Yeah.
confident you are or confident you are. So my decision to have a home birth was for a few things. Firstly, I'm a homebody naturally myself. I know that I feel most comfortable at home, and comfort means oxytocin, and I knew I'd be chasing that. And then secondly, like millions of women all over the world are giving birth all the time. So I felt like if they could do it, I could do it. So I that just gave me
Yes.
confidence that I could do it at home. And I was healthy, baby was healthy, and I did a lot of research. So I was like, home is where it's going to be for me. But I was always kind of
Great.
like the what if factor. But like my midwives were really good at reassuring me that this is going to be okay. So
Good.
yeah, I had a very straightforward pregnancy, thankfully, and I was just overdue by a couple of days. And the day before I went into labor, I had a stretch and sweep, which I used my brains method to
Yep.
make sure that that was the right choice for me. And then that day, my husband and I, we went for a nice big long walk. And we actually saw two moose on our walk, which I've never seen that before. And to
Oh,
me, that was like,
wow.
yeah, to me, that was like an omen or a sign, if you will, that like birth is approaching. And
Yeah.
then, so that was kind of cool. And then lo and behold, like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with some period like contractions.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, my midwife told me if you get like contractions in the middle of the night, if they wake you up, take some Gravol, some Tylenol, it'll knock you out. Just try to get a bit more sleep. So then about 5 a.m. or so, I woke up my husband and I told him, I'm pretty sure like this is happening, but let's just try to keep it calm, keep it confident, like let's just ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah, my birth plan was really just to ignore labor as long as I could, and do things to like boost my mood. So we watched funny movies, called some friends, we walked, and I also baked a birthday cake so that we can like celebrate the birthday of my
Oh, how
baby.
nice. Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
so I'd really recommend everybody to do that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. So a little funny side story actually about the birthday cake. I like I like baking. That's something that I like to
Yeah.
do. And so I wanted to make everything from scratch, including the icing. But my mind was kind of like hovering between Earth and the moon at this point of my labor that
Oh my God.
I just could not get the right consistency of the icing. And I was just getting all frustrated and flustered. And I just told my husband, like, you go to the grocery store right now and get me some icing. And you go straight there and you come straight home. He's like, are you sure? So that was funny. And
Amazing.
I also misspelt birthday on the happy birthday cake just to show you where my mind was at that point
Yeah.
in my labor. So
Yeah.
anyways, so that was much later in the day, but backtracking a little bit, I
Yeah.
called my midwife at about 7 or so in the morning to tell her I'm in labor. And she just said, relax, take it back, just chill out. And then she said that she'd touch base with me in a couple hours to see how things are going. Like, I think since it was my first birth, my midwife thought that like this is going to be a long haul kind of thing.
Yeah.
Things actually progressed fairly rapidly. So she checked in at about noon or so, and I had just terrible back labor. Like I was starting to get almost vocal at that point, like humming kind of thing around noon or so. And the best position for me was to be standing up, like leaning over my couch, just kind of hunched over. And my poor husband did so many hip squeezes. His poor
Yeah.
upper body was just like so sore, but so was I.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how far apart my contractions were at that point, but I was throwing up and things
Oh, were
pretty
you?
much
Mm.
progressed from there. Yeah. I called my midwife again shortly after, and she said the same thing, just relax and take a bath, just ignore. But at this point, I'm like almost full on like mooing in the basement, like I'm roaring on all fours, and sitting and standing just did not seem possible. Like I'm still just like on all fours or hunched over. When I'm on the phone with my midwife, she still hasn't come over to the house yet to see. To gauge the pain, she asked me an interesting question. She said,
Oh.
could you drive to the local coffee shop and order a coffee? And I said, absolutely not. Like I couldn't have done that hours ago. Like there's no way I'm getting into a car.
Wow.
And she was like, okay, I'll be over there shortly to check you. And that 3 hours later, she came over to check me and I was 10 centimeters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You had done
So
all of that.
done all of that, just my husband and I. So the plan was to have a water birth. So I had the pool already inflated. It was in the basement. And so before the midwife came over to check that I was 10 centimeters, my husband started filling it up because I could like feel like we got to be getting close. So in
Oh,
hindsight, we
wow.
should have filled it up earlier, but you just never know. And
You don't.
my husband was too busy with the hip squeezes. How could he fill up the pool if he was
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
busy?
exactly.
So while he was filling up the pool, I was just, focused on breathing and staying calm. And I had my headphones in, listening to the affirmations, and yeah, just really let that energy come out vocally.
Mm.
So yeah, midwife comes over, 10 centimeters. I think she was kind of surprised. So she immediately called the second midwife, who was about 45 minutes away.
Wow.
And she didn't think that she'd make it on time. So then she called a backup midwife who actually ended up being my primary midwife for my second born. Um,
Oh,
so that was kind of cool. But
yeah.
I was kind of let down by the original midwife not being able to come down because she was supposed to bring me gas and air, which I was so looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
So that was just not on the table for me. But
Oh, no.
oh yeah,
No one else had it.
no one else had it. No, we
Oh,
just got by with
shame.
some Tylenol and Gravol, but oh
Oh,
well.
wow. Look at you. Look at you. I mean,
And
you've
hip
got to
squeeze,
10 centimeters. So,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, in hindsight, I think like I played it off too cool almost to my midwife about how things were going
Yeah.
because I was kind of like in my head, like this could be a long time. Like we had so much time. And it
I
was
think that's
kind of,
common though. Yeah. Like,
mm,
first time, you just don't know. And you hear first time labors typically are really long.
Hmm.
So of course, like, and you've not done it before, so you probably do just think, oh, I'm in this for the long haul. Like this is going to take
Yeah,
hours. You just
well,
don't know.
exactly. You just don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, I think I did so well because I was kind of in my own element. Like I was just at home, I was comfortable, like not being observed, just kind of going through the
Yeah.
motions of it all. So, anyways, the midwife's over. My water had not broken yet. So I wasn't sure if I could get in the water. But my midwife said at this point, my water will more like burst than break
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
was kind of already feeling pushy. Um, and pretty much I get in the water and it did kind of relieve some of the back labor, which was nice. And then shortly after my water
Nice.
exactly just did that. It just bursted. And she
Wow.
knew that once my water broke, it wouldn't be long until baby gets
Yeah,
here.
you can tell. It's really funny. I've been at births like that where you can just tell as soon as that water goes that baby's going to be here. Like
Yeah,
it's really funny. Yeah.
yeah. But the only thing is there wasn't nearly enough water in the pool. Like it was like maybe at like my knees.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we ran out of the hot water tank, ran out of water.
Oh no.
So my poor husband to the rescue. Not like he hasn't been doing hip squeezes all day, but now he's carrying boiling pots of water up and down the stairs to try to warm me up. So kudos to him. He was an
I
amazing
know. Gosh.
birth
Yeah.
partner. I felt so bad, but grateful for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that now my midwife says if you get the urge to push, like go for it. So now I'm squatting on the birthing pool in the water, and yeah, wasn't long at all, and baby was born. Like it was like two pushes and he was out. It was maybe like 20 minutes.
Wow.
I remember just like looking outside, looking out the window, and I could see the sun setting, and I thought like to myself, there's no way I'm doing this all night. And he was born at 5:45 in the evening. So
Wow. So like 12 hours basically.
it was pretty much 12 hours, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, then we did some lovely skin to skin in the pool. My husband cut the cord. Like I was just like so in awe and shocked that like I did it. Like I did it. I did it. I
Yeah.
did it. I
Yeah.
did it. Like all of this anticipation, 9 months of it. And then boom, baby's here. That we didn't know the gender until
Ah.
he was born. So then my midwives were like, so are you gonna find out what your baby is? And I was like, oh yeah. Like I was just so consumed about what just happened. I didn't even think
Yeah.
to check.
Yeah.
So we lifted him up, and of course it's a boy. And then we had that moment, and then we
Oh.
waddled our way into my own bed, which I loved. That's another part that I loved about home birth is I can just go into my own bed after in my
Yeah.
own blankets and everything in my own house. And then with that birthday cake afterwards, midwives and us, we all ate cake after and just celebrated, and
Oh,
it was so
how
nice.
nice. How nice is that?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a good story. It's great memories.
Did you sing happy birthday?
I don't think we did. We should have.
No, well, no, it's still so nice. It's still
Yeah.
so nice.
Oh, yeah, I should have done
How
that.
lovely.
Yeah.
So what
I
about second time? Were you planning home birth again?
Yeah, so second time, yes, definitely planning home birth. I thought I did it once, I could do it again. I did take some mental notes about logistics though, like get the get the pool filled up sooner, have a backup
Yeah.
plan for the hot water tank, call the midwife
Yes.
sooner. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, as we know, every birth is different. So as I'll explain soon, a lot of those mental notes went right out the window.
Right, okay. Fair.
So yeah, my second pregnancy also thankfully pretty straightforward. I was another good candidate for home birth, so that was the plan. But I almost did feel a little bit more nervous about it, like almost like I knew what I was up against, you know?
Yes. You know what to expect.
I know what to expect. Like ignorance is kind of bliss the first time around.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, I
much as you
get
can
that.
educate, as much as you can educate yourself about it, like you really don't know till you know.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot more time listening to your podcast and
Right.
other birth stories, and I made a vision board just to try to, and a lot more positive affirmations kind of posted all over my house just to continuously remind myself, like, we can
Mm.
do this. Your body's built for this. This is as natural as it gets. So yeah, similarly to my first, I had a stretch and sweep. And then the next day I started having period like cramps. So I guess my body just loved those
Wow.
sweeps. So around 9 o'clock in the morning, I called grandma. I said, Grandma, you got to come get your grandson because I cannot do this. Both the kids,
No,
well,
no.
in labor with the toddler.
Yeah.
I just need to focus at the task at hand. So, and everyone really prepped me like the second word's going to come fast, it's going to come quick. So be prepared. So I called the midwife pretty much as soon as I felt like this is happening, like this is the real deal. But it was nothing imminent. Like I didn't feel like, you know, this is
Yeah.
happening like within the next couple hours or anything. So I did tell her that I touched base with her in a few hours. So my husband and I, we went for a short walk. We just spent some time outside. I will say my firstborn was a winter baby, February baby. So getting outside wasn't as ideal, but my second baby
Mm,
was September where the weather's nice, there's no bugs.
nice.
So we spent more time outside and I baked another birthday cake, of course. Um,
Was it
and
the
I
same
also,
birthday cake? Is it the same?
no, this time I was way less ambitious. I just did like a box cake with
Yeah.
the packaged icing.
You knew the packaged icing, you knew you needed it.
I knew I needed it this time. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
less ambitious.
Can't be making icing from scratch when you're in labor. No, no.
No, 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 no. Why I needed to learn that the hard way, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I also invited my mom over to come watch.
Oh,
So she was thrilled about that. And I'm really happy that she was there to witness all of this. So I will say that my labor the second time felt much different than the first time. Like the first time I had a lot of back labor, like that's pretty much all where it was. But this time it was like all in the front, pretty localized,
wow.
like almost like I could feel my cervix. Like it was so localized, like a little
Wow.
pin almost. It was like odd. And the contractions kind of came and went, like they weren't regular whatsoever. I'd almost go hours without having, and then I'd have a few, and
Right.
then they'd stop again. And now it's noon almost, and I'm like, am I even in labor? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So I was kind of frustrated because, again, like everyone's like, your second born, it's going to be pretty fast. But at this rate, I kind of felt like it was going to take days.
Mm,
So, yeah, I just tried to keep moving, stay positive, changing positions. And for some reason, like the child's pose felt like the right thing to do. Like just get
nice.
into that, like just stretch the hips, stretch lower back and
Mm,
everything. And I held that position for a few minutes and I just started, I put my headphones in, listening to some positive affirmations. But then once I got out of child's pose, I felt this gush come out of me. And I thought, oh my God, it's my water broke. But it wasn't. It was a
oh.
big clot of blood
Oh,
that came
wow.
out,
Okay.
like fist size clot of blood. And my heart nearly skipped a beat. Yeah, my midwife wasn't at the house yet.
Oh, I bet
Um,
that was scary.
yeah, that was quite scary. My husband's pretty good in those situations. Like he's so calm and positive.
Okay.
He's quick thinking. So he took a picture of it and texted it to my midwife, and she immediately called us. And it sounded like she was mostly worried about like my placenta detaching early
Okay.
because sometimes that can happen and that sounds dangerous. But there are other signs and symptoms like other type of pain or bruising kind of
Yeah.
feeling, and I didn't have any of that. So she ruled
Mm,
that out. We still don't know what that bleeding was from, but she because there was no other bleeding, it was just the one clot that came out,
hmm
and everything else was fine. I was fine, baby's fine, vitals are fine. So she was like, I don't know what that was, but I think you're fine.
You might have had like a little, just like a pocket of blood somewhere that hadn't gone, like had
Maybe.
been there the whole time. And then once your labor started, that came out.
Could have been.
Like,
And like the way I was like, my hips were up, like the way I was positioned in child's pose,
yeah.
maybe just like kind of shifted everything and then
Yeah. Oh, well, good.
whoosh,
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
anything. Yeah. So you didn't have to go anywhere. You still stayed at home.
Yeah, we talked about going to the hospital for a bit because the bleeding and that kind of like shook me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like mindset is so huge in labor, like to get you
Mm,
through. And that just kind of shook me.
I
So
can
I was like,
understand.
maybe
Yeah.
we should go to the hospital. Like, but my midwife was really good at reassuring me. Like she's like the only difference between going to the hospital and staying home is at the hospital they'll put the continuous monitor on you,
hmm
and at home I can monitor you. She's like I can monitor you like every contraction or every 15 minutes, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But she was confident that I'm still okay for home birth, so I kind of trusted
Good.
her. Like I know that she
Yeah.
wouldn't put me at risk, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I should say too that I hemorrhaged my firstborn
Okay.
afterwards between baby and placenta.
Mm.
So we were a little bit worried about that because I had that hemorrhage risk already, but
Do you know how much you lost that first time?
I don't because I was still in the pool.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Just
gave me
more
a shot
than,
of Pitocin
yeah.
once they realized like your water's looking a little bit bloody. And
Mm,
then I birthed the placenta.
yeah.
But anyway, so it wasn't, she didn't feel like it was risky or anything. So we stayed home.
hmm
I used my brains method, actually, I should say. I used the N. I decided to do nothing.
Good.
I
Yeah.
just thought, like, if she's okay with it, we'll just kind of wait it out, see how I feel, try to refocus. And I didn't bleed anymore. Again, it was just that one gush, and I
Okay.
started to feel I started to feel confident again, and I just tried to focus on relaxing and just letting labor take over. So,
Yeah.
and my midwife checked me at this time. What time would have been this at? Maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm only 3 centimeters. I'm like,
Okay.
oh my God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, because of that fast birth previously, and
Yeah.
like my midwife
Every,
thought that it would be best to stay at home with me, even though I was only 3 centimeters,
yeah.
like because the fast burst before and bleeding, like maybe it's good if she stays. And I was happy
You
about
can
that.
you can go from 3 to 10 so fast though, like second
That's what
time
exactly.
particularly. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was happy that she was gonna stay over, but I also felt like a little observed, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I had my midwife there, my mom there, my husband there, and it just felt like they're all just like waiting on
Waiting for
me.
you to, yeah, something to happen. Yeah.
And I'm just like, nothing's happening. So
Yeah.
it made me
Yeah.
feel kind of weird. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go in my bedroom by myself, like don't bug me. I'm just gonna get on my birthing ball, plug in my
Yeah.
headphones, and just kind of move about and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I did that for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. It's so hard to tell time when you're in this
Yeah.
part of labor.
Yeah.
But my husband reminded me around 7 o'clock in the evening, my midwife checked me again, and I'm like 4 or 5 centimeters. I'm like, man, this is taking forever.
Yeah.
But I tried not to get frustrated by the slow progress, but I couldn't help it. Like I did have a couple like mood like bashes. Like I just felt like I
Yeah.
kept on getting kind of let down, like thinking, where's that quick labor everybody promised me? But my, again, kudos to my husband. He just snapped me back into it, refocused, and I decided to not get checked again unless I really decided that I needed it because I just felt like I couldn't get knocked down again.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. So then, yeah, maybe an hour later or so, my midwife suggested I sit on the toilet, dilation station, as she
Yeah, I was
called
gonna
it.
say dilation
Yeah.
station.
Yeah. Just to try to get things moving. And that helped almost instantly. Like it just kind of hit me like a wall. Like I was throwing up kind of profusely. I was getting
Oh,
very
bless you.
vocal all of a sudden. I think at this point, like I just hit transition pretty quickly.
Wow.
And my mom she's like, we should start fill up the pool. And my husband started getting boiling pots of water going. And my midwife helped me off of the toilet and onto my bed. And she just said, get on all fours. She propped me up with some pillows and just like rock with some contractions. And they're getting pretty intense at this point. My waters have not broken yet. Now it's approaching 10 o'clock in the evening or at night, and my waters broke on my bed. And but that wasn't the plan. The plan was to give birth in the pool, which is downstairs, and my
Yeah.
bedroom is 2 flights of stairs
Oh,
upstairs.
wow.
So that presented quite the problem because my midwife knew like once your water breaks, baby's gonna come.
Yeah.
So again, that's at like 10 o'clock in the evening. My baby was born at 10:02.
Stop. Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Wow.
so my midwife is like, we need to go downstairs right now. And I was like, there ain't no way I'm going downstairs. And she said, we have to because all of her medical equipment is downstairs. So I was like, okay, I guess we have no choice. So I'm like walking down the hallway, down 2 flights of stairs, my water just like trickling out of me. And yeah, my baby was born on the staircase, standing up.
Oh my goodness. No way, really?
Yeah, I didn't even really have to push. Like it was just like one contraction head, one contraction body. Like I didn't even really have to push. My body
And you
just like
didn't
ejected. It
you
was
didn't even
wild.
make it. You didn't even make it all the way down the stairs.
Didn't even make it to, yeah, there was like 2 inches of water in the pool. Like it was a lost cause.
Whoa, that ramped up so fast.
So fast. It was so long and then so quick.
I reckon your baby just needed to get into a better position.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what they were doing that whole time. And then
Yeah.
once they were in that position, boom,
Yeah. Yeah. It was
they
pretty
were,
wild.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So
So
you were
there was
standing
only the
up.
one. Yeah, I
Wow.
was standing up. There was only the one midwife there. Like ideally there would have been three of them, like one for me, one for the baby, and one as a backup.
Yeah.
But there was only the one there. It wasn't long until the other one showed up, but because there was only the one there and everything happened so fast, luckily my mom was there, so she was kind of like taking orders from the midwife.
Yeah.
So she thought that was kind of funny, like, but she
Yeah.
she liked to be a part of it. She liked to help, and she was
Yeah.
also my personal camera woman, taking pictures and videos.
Great. Oh my goodness, that's so
And
crazy.
yeah, so I'm like hanging on to my husband coming down the stairs, and my midwife caught the baby from behind me and then had to maneuver the baby through my legs to my husband and then onto my chest. And then we waddled our way over to the bed where I was just like, oh my God, what just happened?
I
Quickly learned it
bet.
was another boy. Everyone
Oh.
everyone said it was a girl, just the way I was
Oh.
carrying all pregnancy. So that was a surprise.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he was born 2 minutes after, pretty much 2 minutes after the water broke on his due date.
Wow.
And it was also an eclipse moon that night. So that was kind of
Oh,
cool.
yes. I love that.
Feel
Yeah.
like freaky things happen on
Yeah,
eclipse moon
definitely,
nights. Yeah.
definitely. And those, yeah, it's the moon, I just feel like has such an influence over birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So how did you feel quite shocked?
I did feel quite shocked, but it wasn't long after that we were laughing, like, what was that? Like that, like, come on, baby. Like, that's the entrance you're
Yeah.
gonna have. Like, what kind of toddler are you gonna be later, you
Yeah. Oh
know?
my goodness. Yeah. He's only 6 months old, isn't he? I was going to say, has he got
Yeah.
much patience? He
So
might
far,
not.
no. He's
No,
a
so
needy
far, no.
baby, but he's a baby. We're letting
He's
him
a
be a
baby.
baby. Yeah.
What a great story to tell him though when he gets older.
I know. Yeah, I can't wait to tell both of them about
Yeah,
their
both of
stories.
them.
Yeah, so and we still
Wow.
laugh about it. It's pretty funny. Like I just feel so
Uh,
grateful that I have these stories that I can look back and laugh at.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Yeah,
They're brilliant. I bet your mum got some good photos, did she?
she did. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and you can
bet.
hear her. She's like, "Oh my God!" Like
Oh,
she's just thrilled about it. It's so funny.
that's
Yeah.
so good. Oh my goodness. So I've had like a couple of people on the podcast tell me stories where they've given birth in a car.
Mhm.
I've never had on a staircase. So you're definitely the first one that's given birth on a staircase. So I love
Uh, I,
that.
I feel honored.
Yeah, you are the first one. I love like the stories where they're just like in unusual places. Like I just think that's just really
Hmm.
fun and how amazing for people to listen to. Like
Yeah.
very, very encouraging. So how long was your whole labour, second one in whole?
Oh gosh. When did I get up? It was maybe 2 o'clock or so in the morning that contractions woke me up,
And he was
and he
born at
wasn't born till
10
10.
in the evening.
So yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, it's longer, isn't it, than your
quite
first one?
longer. Yeah, quite
Yeah.
longer.
But
Mhm.
the end bit quicker.
So fast. So fast.
The end very fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. What an amazing story. Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you for sharing.
Thank
That's
you for
like,
having.
I love the little twist.
Yeah, it was quite a twist of events. Did not
It
expect that to
was.
happen. I think like maybe walking down the stairs too helped because like
Yes.
pelvis is kind of rocking and I did have
You
one leg
must have
up on one stair.
felt like so uncomfortable walking down the stairs. Like his head must have been
Yes.
so low,
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like, the baby's
like a
coming,
bowling
and
ball.
like
Yeah.
exactly, and like once he starts, there's no stopping. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank
and
goodness that
there,
there was someone there to
yeah,
catch
and there
him.
he was. Yeah, and I will say
Wow.
afterwards we ate cake again on my bed. So that was like
Oh,
reliving that again was kind of
yeah.
cool because we did that with my first and then did that
I
again with my
love that
second.
with the cake. That is
Yeah,
so nice.
everybody should do that. I tell all my friends like, don't forget to make a birthday cake. Like maybe don't be as ambitious and do it the day of, do it the day before. I guess you don't know the
Oh,
day
you don't
before,
know.
but
Yeah, it's tricky. You could always just, oh, yeah, make it and then keep it for a bit, couldn't you? But who
yeah.
knows? Could take
It's a good
ages.
distraction though, like you're
It
supposed to
is.
ignore the
Yeah.
early part of labor, so bake a cake.
I have had quite a few people actually who share their story that say they baked during that early part of their labor. Like they just
Hmm.
found that quite relaxing and distracting, like you said, to do, to
Yeah.
just bake something,
Yeah.
which is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Cassie. I love that. That's so fun. I'm
Thank
like
you,
buzzing
Claire.
now. I'm like, yeah, what a great story. No, yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And I'm sure people will be very inspired. I mean, your first birth as well, like such a good textbook first birth. Like that's
It
so nice
was.
to listen to. Yeah. So nice to listen to. And then, yeah, for people having their second baby, then yeah, maybe just stay near the pool if you're going to be at the pool.
Yeah. Yes. You should
Don't
do
go
that.
upstairs. That'd be the tip. And it was all
Mhm.
fine with your bleeding after. Was that all okay?
Yeah, everything was fine. So because I had the hemorrhage the first time around, the plan was just to give me that shot of Pitocin
Yeah.
in the leg right after baby was born, just to prevent anything.
Yeah.
So I had that and nothing. There's
You were
no
fine.
problems at all. I was fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And they still don't know what that blood was, just a
Still don't
random
know what that is. It's just a
funny.
nice
Yeah.
scare. That's all.
Yeah,
just
just a
something to
nice
try to
little
throw me
skip.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like maybe that slowed things down a little bit. You just don't know, do you? Because you might have then had a bit of a you just don't always know what's going on, do you, in your mind? Like perhaps you
Mhm.
it might have just set you back a little bit because you were a bit worried. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it did for
Yeah.
sure set me back.
Yeah.
And I was also just naturally getting frustrated, like, where is
Yeah.
labor? Like for a while, I was like, am I even in labor? Because it would just come and then
Yeah.
go and then it would come and what's happening?
Yeah.
And it was also a very weird day too. Like I knew it was the eclipse moon that day or that
Mm.
night, but it also like rained and then it was sunny and then it rained and then it was sunny. Like, what's going on today? It was so
Yeah.
strange. It was a very weird day.
And I love that the first time you saw those moose. Like
Hmm.
that's so cool.
It was cool. Yeah. So again, music.
Animals and birth, like I just, it's so all connected. It's just,
Yeah, it was cool. So we live not far from a snowmobile trail, and we didn't get much snow that winter. So we thought, let's go for a walk in the woods on the snowmobile trail. And I've never seen moose in that area. I know that they're in the area, but I've never seen them. And we're
wow.
walking, and we just see these moose tracks right in front of us. And I'm
They're
like,
huge, aren't
wow,
they?
yeah, they're pretty big. And I
Aren't they
thought,
big? Yeah.
yeah, and I thought, wow, those look pretty fresh, moose tracks. Like
Oh my
they
God.
just walked here, and now we're walking, and we're like, I think we're, I like, I don't, like, I think that we're like walking in the same direction as them based on their tracks. Like they must be right ahead of us. And I'm like looking to where to see where like they must have veered off the trail or something. Like for to have these moose just like naturally, just casually walk
Yeah.
along the
Yeah.
trail together. They're
Yeah.
doing just
Yeah.
what they're doing, just
Yeah.
what we're doing. We're going
Maybe
for a
she was
walk.
in labor. Maybe she was in
Maybe.
labor.
Yeah. And then lo and behold, we just look up and we're like, oh wow, there's the moose. And we had our dog with us, so
Oh,
he barked and chased them off. So we didn't really get a huge good look at them, but they were there. Yep.
are they not? They're not like aggressive then. They wouldn't come up to
Oh
you.
no, they're very aggressive.
Yeah. So, but the dog chased them off.
The dog scared them away. Yeah. They get
All
spooked, I
right.
think, easily,
Oh,
but if they feel thrreatened, they will definitely come after you. So
yeah. I
we
was gonna
got
say you get
we
out of
got
there
lucky.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, we turned around and went home. We're like,
Yeah.
that's enough
Yeah.
spookiness for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, that's cool. I love that little like part of your story as well. That's really interesting. But thank
Yeah.
you so much, Cassie, for coming on. It's been so nice to speak to you. And thank you for
Thank you,
listening and for
Claire.
doing my course as well. It's always nice
Oh,
to
it
speak to
was
someone who's done it.
so helpful. Yeah, I told all my friends, all my pregnant friends, take the course. Like,
Oh,
not only do
thank
you
you.
learn about like birth and just the process, like I feel like it's easier to go through the motions of labor when you know what's happening in your
Yeah.
body. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, this is, just my uterus doing this and then it's doing
Yeah,
this
for sure.
and what's to expect to come. But I will
Yeah.
say one thing, like I did like I read a bunch of books, I did your course, I like listen to all these podcasts, but never once did I ever come across that it takes more than one contraction to push the baby out.
Oh, really?
Like I just
Yeah.
thought that like contraction,
Okay.
you push, 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 and then baby comes out.
Comes out in one go. Okay,
Like so
interesting.
when my firstborn was
Yeah.
born, like his head came out and then it was just still there. And
Yeah,
I'm like cutting off its circulation because I can see
yeah.
it's there. But my my
Okay.
midwife was like, no, 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 no. Like baby's still
That's fine.
breathing via umbilical cord. Like baby's fine.
Yeah.
And plus he was in the water. So that kind of freaked me out for a bit. But
No, that's interesting because I think and I guess everybody that talks about it just assumes that people know, but of course, like not, yeah,
yeah.
you only know because you know. I suppose not everybody does know that. So yeah, that's really
Hmm.
interesting actually. So I'll make sure that I tell people that when I'm talking to them about that bit because yeah, you're right. There must be people that don't realize that
I
that's
didn't know that.
normal.
I
Yeah,
was like, what's happening? Like the baby and he's just like, and then they turn.
they
So like I
turn.
could feel the baby's like head come out and then I could feel the whole body turn while he
Yeah.
was still half in me, half out. And that just kind of
Wow.
freaked me out and just kind of shook me out of my little element there. And then I got a little bit panicky.
Ah, okay.
But it's all
Yeah.
normal. It's all natural.
And then second
So
time, none of that happened because it was just all too, he
it was
must have come out in one go.
no, it was head and then body, but it was
Very
pretty quick,
quick.
very quick,
Very quick. Yeah.
very quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
great. No, thank you so much, Cassie. It's been lovely to speak to you. And yeah,
Thank
thank you
you,
for
Claire.
sharing.
Yeah, and again,
Thank you.
your podcast is so far reaching. So I just everything that you're doing, Claire, is just
Oh,
the impact that you're having is pretty incredible. So
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. It's lovely to speak to people who aren't in the UK as well, because it's nice to know that it does reach those other areas and that people benefit. So,
Hmm.
yeah, thank you as well for, yeah, we made the time difference work. So, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on. It's been nice to speak to you.
You too. Thanks, Claire.